15 minutes before my wedding, my father sent me a text. "I am not walking you down the aisle in that dress." My mother added her own line right underneath it. "You are embarrassing us." I did not cry. I set the phone face down on the makeup counter and kept breathing. The dress is really the whole story. I found it 6 weeks earlier at a small bridal shop outside the city. Off-white, simple, fitted through the waist, no sleeves. The second I stepped out of the fitting room, my best friend put a hand over her mouth. That's it. I stood in front of that mirror and felt like myself again. For the first time in 2 years. 2 years earlier, a truck ran a red light and hit my car at 50 miles an hour. I broke 4 ribs, fractured my collarbone, and lost most of the feeling in my left arm for 8 straight months. Physical therapy, nerve tests, specialists who charged more per hour than I made in a day. The feeling eventually came back, patchy and strange, nothing like before. The scars stayed, shoulder to elbow on my left side, and a shorter line along my forearm from the surgery. My mother saw them for the first time at Thanksgiving, months later. I was reaching across the table when her face did something she did not mean for me to catch. Later, she asked if I had looked into laser treatments. Just to see what the options were, she said. My father never mentioned the scars at all. He just stopped looking at my arms. A careful, deliberate kind of not looking. The kind that says everything on its own. When I told them about the dress, no sleeves, scars fully visible, my mother asked if I was sure that was the right choice. My father said nothing. In our family, that silence always meant no. I wore it anyway. The morning of the wedding, my parents showed up early. My father looked at the dress for about 3 seconds, then at my mother. She looked at the floor. "You look beautiful," my mother finally said, in a careful voice that never quite reached my eyes. "Can we talk privately?" my father asked. "What do you want to say?" He started something about long sleeves, about the whole family being here, about maybe today not being the day too. Then he just stopped talking. They walked back down the hallway. My maid of honor looked at my face and did not ask a single question. 20 minutes later, the coordinator knocked again. "Your parents are leaving," she said, looking mortified. "Their car is already pulling out." Then the text arrived. I did the math, 40 minutes until the ceremony. A full chapel. I thought about it for maybe a minute, then decided I would simply walk in alone. I had survived harder things than an empty spot beside me. That was when the coordinator knocked a 3rd time. "There is a man outside asking for you by name. He says he is your neighbor." I had lived next to him for 12 years. A widower, retired, the kind of man who refilled his bird feeder every single Sunday like clockwork. We had never really talked, just waves from our driveways. After my accident, he left a casserole on my porch with a note. "Take your time healing." No signature. I knew his handwriting from the dish. He was standing in the hallway in full dress blues. The jacket looked tailored decades ago and kept perfectly ever since. Service ribbons. A row of medals I could not name, but could feel the weight of just looking at them. Cap tucked under one arm, back completely straight. He looked at the dress, at my arm, at the scars, then at my face. "You ready?" 12 years living next door, and I had never once seen him in anything but a flannel shirt. I did not know he owned that uniform. I did not know he had noticed my early mornings driving to rehab. I did not know he had watched my parents' car pull away and simply walked over and asked for me by name. I could not speak, I just nodded. He offered his arm the exact way men from his generation do. Not a gesture, just an arm, extended, waiting. I took it. The chapel doors opened, every head turned, and near the back, by the last pew, my father was standing. He had come back after all. But he was not looking at me. He was looking at the uniform, at the medals, at the man who had shown up when he did not. Whatever crossed his face in that second, I only caught it once before I made myself look straight ahead. I kept my eyes forward. I kept walking.